Why, hello everybody, greetings, it's GleeCon, and here I am, once more, bringing you some of that sweet Warcraft lore content. So on this show, I try to cover everything. Last night we dropped an episode where I did some in-game lore, I'll do out-of-game lore, I read the books. I just have had some great comments lately from people still appreciating some of the old bangers I dropped 1,500 episodes ago, where I read through all of the books. I really do everything. If you look through the archives, you will find the playlists for some of the most obscure stuff, the WoW magazine that is now defunct, some of the old World of Warcraft Dungeons and Dragons crossovers they tried to do, the comics, the manga. And I play through every quest in the game, and while doing that, we read every little bit of lore, every little in-game book. So we're continuing that journey in Classic Era. We are in Tanaris, even though it says Feralis on our character. This is Gleecon's Soul, our enhancement / kind of resto. She'll eventually be Resto's shaman. Stay a while and listen as she continues her journey. We had a long, bad RNG run through Tanaris with our Alliance character. It took us 12 1.5 to 2 hour long episodes. So probably a solid 20 hours. The reason why we're here now, but on our first episode, this is only our second episode with our Horde character, we did a cluster run is what I like to think of it as. And on this cluster run, we were able to get, I did 4 quick runs here and there. Watch the last episode, 2 episodes ago, when I do it if you want an explanation of the gimmick of how you're able to cluster, pick up hippogriff eggs for the Tanaris repeatable questline. And we were able to get 3 out of 4. The only one we did not get was the bad egg. If you look at another thing that we do on this show is I do a spreadsheet. So if we look at the spreadsheets here, I keep a running track of, it's done in 2 ways. So I do kind of a dry run off camera with an Alliance account and a Horde account. And this is, above and beyond anything I might do in my own personal life for fun. Which is minimal nowadays for this game because it's pretty much all in this show. But I have one run through on that one. I go in complete order of difficulty by quest. What level of the quest, if you follow this in order and hop between 2 characters, zone by zone, you'll get to do the quests in difficulty order. Now there's some arbitrary argumenting. We could have, it's hard for me in the research phase until it's too late to tell which zone might come first. So, for instance, I have Feralis here, and we're doing it after Tanaris, and we're doing it after Syrian Gorge. I would probably put Feralis thus far before those. I think some of the quests leading up to Dire Maul skewed my original research, and without actually playing through it, it was too hard for me to foresee that until it was too late. But now playing through Feralis, I'm like, oh, this is actually like way easier than some of the other things. All right, so we're here because we need a special quest from Tanaris. It is called Screecher Spirit. We need to collect 3 Screecher Spirits. They're like these Thunderhawk things. And so we need to find 3 of them and use this little bramble on them. There's one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, we need to go ahead and just keep myself nice and... Oh, it's from the corpse, so we've got to defeat them. Alright. I don't really know what I want, if I even need totems on this character. It's been a while since we've actually gotten fight. I don't know that we did one entire fight. The last episode we did a lot of setup, travel, questing, and like I said, we stacked those eggs. But I'll check in just a second. What did I just get hit by? Oh, a sonic burst. I cannot cast spells for 10 seconds. That seems like a long silence. Especially for a caster. Alright, so this is a little bit before we skin. We need to get this spirit. This is a... Okay, and then I think you talk to the spirit, yeah, and then we collect it. So now I can skin this bad boy. But we need 3 of them. This is actually a build-up to a Zul'Farrak quest, and which then leads into a Sunken Temple quest, so we need to do this. Wasn't looking at my lightning shield expired, but just kind of keep our eyes peeled. And then while we're here, we're going to do one more egg run. I think 1 is fine. I think as long as we... There's another guy over there. I think as long as we do 1 each time, then I think at the rate we're going, since I'm not farming guys, I can afford to hit like with the Flame Shakti. That's a little mana intensive when you're doing lots of kills in a row, but I think for what we're doing, be okay. I think I maybe want this healing stream totem too, even though I don't know if that's worth it for the bang for the buck. Let's do the math on that. So 12 every 2 seconds, which essentially brings us to 1 per second. Okay, so it's a 1 per second sitch. I mean, not 6 per second. I mean, I'm sorry, and it lasts for. There we go. That one didn't say anything either, but I think every once in a while they can say something. So 6 per second, and it lasts for a total of a minute. So this is going to be 60 times 6 is 360 life for a cost of 52 mana. A normal healing spell does, well, yeah, there you go. So it is best from a mana perspective, mana efficiency perspective. Just 300 life is nothing. But from mana efficiency, my lesser healing wave costs almost 300 mana. It does do twice the amount of healing, but it's 6 times as expensive. And this costs 400 mana for 1100 life. So it does almost 4 times as much, but it's still 8 times as expensive. So as far as a like cash value of XP for healing, the totem is the best. Although, are you going to sit there for an entire minute? We did not. Running around looking for a third Screecher before we go get an egg. I think I'll be happy with 1 egg, because if you look at where we're at on the last, this is the separate walkthrough I do, where this is what we do on camera. So this is a like, hey, this is what we did. If you follow these steps, you can complete the game in the same way we did. Obviously, you can jump around and do things slightly out of order, but it may or may not affect completionism. I can already say that we missed 1 quest, and there's nothing I can do about it. I feel bad about that. Okay, these guys, even though you quote-unquote talk to them, they don't actually say anything. We got a thick hide. There we go. All right, so we have all 3 of our Screecher Spirits. Let's go get an egg. And that quest is, there is a quest that leads you to, in the Barrens. Can't remember if you pick it up in Crossroads or if you pick it up in Ratchet, or I can't remember where, but it's essentially a breadcrumb, or Orgrimmar maybe. I can't, it might be Orgrimmar. But it leads you to talk to this guy on the edge of Ashenvale, and it will lead you to the quest line, the Ashenvale Report. I can't remember, but there are actually 2 versions of the quest that do the same thing. They're called the same thing, the text is the same, but unlike almost every other quest in the game where that happens, when you do that breadcrumb, Questy will depopulate it. There will no longer be an exclamation point over that person's head. However, if you speak to them, you can pick up the exact same quest from that other location, as long as you didn't pick up or complete it specifically that Warsong Reports quest. So it's whatever breadcrumb leads to the Warsong Reports. If you truly want to be a completionist, you have to do it twice. And there's no indicators. The only reason I know is because on Anniversary, when I'm doing my other insane run, and I got deep in the comment sections and the research and the weeds, I started to hear whispers that this was the case. And then I investigated it myself, and because I do things so strange in that game, I had completed that first thing without picking up the Warsong Reports quest or doing it. So I had the opportunity to test out the theory, which is very rare. On the way we do it, we play a little bit more organically on this walkthrough. And since I didn't catch it on my... these are these hippogriff eggs. We're going to try to get another one here. Since I didn't catch it on my initial run-through, we're permanently locked out. There are a couple quests. Most of the time, that's why I do the dry run. I do the run-through. I do the research. So that doesn't happen. But I would... Maybe I should actually go on the sheet and place that through if we're going to do quests in order. I should go back to the Barrens while I'm thinking about it and add that quest line in the Baron's technically a twofer. Oh, but I forgot the way. No. I have it listed as red, even though... Oh, it's because there's no Alliance-specific quests. What is it called? The report to Kadrak is that's the one. So let's put a little note. I have that in caps. Okay, so I'm going to put that note in the sheet for those of you that follow my master sheet. Or you might, if you're this late in the show, you've probably already screwed the pooch on that one too. But there is a stat that is tracked in WoW Armory. It doesn't really matter for Classic because there's no achievement system, and it's kind of a weirder, it's kind of almost a dead stat, but there is a stat called Unique Quests Completed. So essentially we're playing this walkthrough as though we were shooting, and this is honestly how I play the game constantly because that was something I used to do competitively. That's my one claim to fame. I'm not very good at this game. I'm not the best PvPer. I'm not the best PvEer. I'm not the most creative. I am, there's a lot of things I lack exceptionally, especially considered I'm one of many people that have off and on played this game for its whole 20-year span. My claim to fame, and I mentioned it on the show before, is unique quest completion. It is my goal, and it's something I've been very successful at, to find and hunt down and complete every single possible variant of a quest in the game. And that you just tie into quests. Now, sometimes you can get kind of like cheapy with it, and it's all about the quest ID. So if you look at that's how the game it's tracked. It's tracked by quest ID number. So if the game can kind of behind the scenes, if WoW Armory can behind the scenes run this, like, is this true or not, like that code you can run to check if you've completed a test. If you copy paste, there is a script you can copy paste and it will come back as true or false. False meaning you have not completed the quest. Essentially behind the scenes, WoW Armory is running that for the various quests to give you the score. How many times do we come up true? And I want to test. I'm going to experiment soon-ish, like within the next year. I'm going to start this experiment when I start doing my dry run on retail, which means we'll be getting close to the end of our journey here. I'm going to attempt to experiment with the mod All the Things or something like that it's called. But it essentially tracks everything, every transmog, every drop, every rare, every quest, blah, 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 every achievement in every zone. And I'm going to see what that entails, how accurate is it, and just, I'm going to play around and that's my next percolating. Usually my ideas will percolate in my head for months, if not sometimes up to a year, before I execute. Like the anniversary run I have going on right now was percolating in my head for a very, very long time before anniversary was even announced or dropped. And I'm now running it, and I'm enjoying it because I'm insane. But that one, if you don't recall, is where I take a character and I do kind of like we're doing the whole game in order, but I do every quest in order by difficulty. So I travel the world and do every level 1 quest. I travel the world and do every level 2 quest. I travel yada, 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 so on and so forth. It's a lot of traveling. It's a lot of downtime. But the character, because I'm so thorough, and I make sure everything is meticulously completed. So I'm going to go ahead and fly back to Tanaris. Like, I make sure all of my character skills are abreast of where I am on those quests. So, for instance, right now I'm on 26, so that means I want my character to be acting as though he is level 26, so I make sure I'm at least level 130 in all my professions, every weapon skill. I'm a hunter on this run, so that's pretty much every weapon skill, including unarmed, including defense. I also make sure my pet has the most up-to-date. I've gotten for the first time ever in my classic life. I've always hated hunters, and I did not realize how much just thoroughly researching, using pet talent calculators, finding a good pet, and then constantly, whenever that is available, upgrading and training your pet with the different skills found around the world. I was talking about it with my son yesterday. I'm like, I don't know how on earth people could have done this without, like, you would need a pet. Like, someone would have had to go to every mob and tame every mob in the game to find this out. And that's basically how it would have had to happen. And thank goodness people essentially have. That's a project some other people have. That's what I think if it's a community-based database, that makes it awesome and useful, but less insane. But I imagine there are people as just completely insane as me in their own way. And they said as their project, I will tame every tameable creature in the game. Every single one, I'm going to tame it and find out what talent that creature has to offer. And I think that's pretty stinking cool. But thank goodness for Classic Petopia. But my hunter he's a powerhouse. I'm at 32 now, granted, I'm only doing level 26 quests, so of course he's going to feel more powerful for that. But even when I step into dungeons, like I just ran Shadowfang Keep, and I essentially tanked it with my cat. He's not even a tank pet. So if you just really religiously research and execute, holy cow, hunters are insane. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we're flying back to Tanaris. This is where we're going to quest today. I'm not going to do any more egg hunting today. If you look at where we're at on this walkthrough, this is where I go through character by character. We got... Oops, wrong way. We did ordinary, extraordinary, and fine. So we're hoping actually for a bad egg and we can be done. And we are going to go turn in the Screecher Spirits here. But on the way back from that, we're going to start working our... whatchamacallit, our Wastewander runs. We need, I think, a total of 20. I'm not sure exactly, but we need the Wastewander Justice. We had 15 out of 20. So here we go. Good luck to us. It's kind of funny that we want a bad egg. Someone's already hit me with some buffs. Cool. Nice of them. I don't have anything to give them back. Alright, Eggomatic, let's go for it. What do we get? A bad egg? Yes! See, look at that. It took us 24 or something eggs to do it on Alliance. It took us 5 eggs to get it done on Horde. So we had amazing RNG luck, and we're already done. Thank the goodness. Oh, let's actually talk what she says. So, she says... I got it. Okay, stop.
I'm afraid I have bad news for you, adventurer. This egg is too far gone. I can take it from you so that it may be disposed of properly. Please don't be discouraged. We cannot save them all. If you find yourself in Feralis again, please try again. Bring another egg for the super eggomatic.
And she says, these are the eggs that cannot be saved. They'll never hatch.
I am afraid I have bad news for you, adventurer.
Yeah. Okay, so we did a bad egg. All you get is a tiny bit of rep and 9 silver. Fantastic. We are done with eggs on this account. That is so good. So good. So, I just cannot stress enough. So, now we will have... There is still room for us to struggle. Tanaris has multiple areas where things can go quite badly for us. So we're not in the woods yet. The next one is the next area where things can go badly is when we are farming these guys for their footlockers. We need two things. We need the upper, middle, and lower parts of the map. They combine together to do a repeatable quest. So we have to collect those. That's part of it. We also, while we're farming that, we're also looking for a drop quest. However, if we get desperate on that, and I do have one saved up that I can mail to this character. So that one I'm not actually worried about at all, because we'll be fine. As soon as we get, as soon as we're done killing pirates, I will just set up to mail us that quest. The third thing is the egg. So as we complete all of this whole zone, if we get to be done and we still have not gotten the egg, which actually happened to us, we had the worst RNG. Other than getting the map and the drop quest, we got that pretty fast with our character, with the Alliance character. We got stuck, though, needing to grind pirates for a while to get the egg. So pirates are probably the best way to grind for the egg, because there's multiple grinding areas that we'll need. But we'll do a lot of other things first. We'll kind of shake things up with this. And we are a little bit higher on the level, because our other character finished the zone at 52. We're already almost 53. So Horde does tend to be a little higher level if you follow my walkthrough. They just have more quests, I guess. Have you collected the essence of the Screecher Spirits, Gleekansoul? You have done well, Gleekansoul. Perhaps now it is time to reveal more. There is an ancient prophecy among the troll where the dead god Hakad the Soul Flayer will one day return to this earth. Some say the coming of Hakad will bring joy and glory to troll kind, while others believe his resurrection marks the end of all things. I do not believe this myth, but I know the essence of Hakad holds great power, and this power should be kept from those who would abuse it. Okay, so we are actually going to pick this quest up right now. So first let's complete Screecher Spirits. Excellent for us. This is actually a neutral quest, so this is the second time we've done it on this show. And now we're going to pick up this Zul'Farrak quest, which is called the Prophecy of Mosharu, but there's no reason not to get it. The ancient prophecy of Mosharu speaks of a way to contain the god Hakad's essence. It was written on 2 tablets and taken to the troll city of Zul'Farrak, west of Gadgetzan. Bring me the Mosharu tablets. The first tablet is held by the long-dead troll Theka the Martyr. It is said his persecutors were cursed into scarabs, now scuttle about his shrine. This second tablet is held by the hydromancer Velrata near the sacred pool of Gazrilla. When you have the tablets, bring them to me. Let me know if my my terrible troll accent is in any way offensive, and I will attempt to modify. Alright, so we just picked up the Zul'Farrak quest, Prophecy of Mosharu, and we will complete that on our Zul'Farrak runs, which we do after this zone. But great start so far. And now to go for actual questing. Let's go fight these Wastewander. We need bandits and thieves for the quest. And while we're there, we need to collect pouches. We need pouches for a few reasons. We need pouches 5. We need 5 for the water bounty, 5 more for the repeatable. So we need 10 total pouches. And then we are going to need 5 to slake that thirst, and we're going to need 5 more to repeat that quest. So we're going to need a total of 20 water pouches in our grind. And there are only a few Wastewander kill quests for us to do. Okay, so here we are with some guys. So this time we are going to get hot and heavy with these quests and with our totems. I think I can set some totems down, a couple. And let's bring and fight. We need, how many? We need 10 thieves. So that's where we're going to start. And from here, I'm going to stay by my totems, pull in this area, and keep my lightning shield up. And then we'll eat food and stuff as we need, if we need. There we go. Awesome. Okay, moonberry juice, always welcome on the thirsty girl that we are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull a bandit now. We need 10 of these. So we need 20 total mobs. Okay. Should have probably reset my totems. I will move them in. Oh, come on. I'm allowing the rundown to save mana. Okay, one of each. We have had no... Oh, there we go. A bandit was either spawning right there or was in stealth. I don't know what happened. This will now be bandit 2. And the water is gone. I'll drop one, I guess. Because it lasts half... There we go. We got our first water pouch. Remember, we need 20 pouches of Wawa. Okay, this will be a third bandit. We need a total of 10. Alright, and I'm keeping Wind Fury and Lightning on as much as I can. Those are two awesome, awesome things. That's why I went the enhancement route. It really just makes leveling so much good. She's a very fun character to level. I love Shamans. There we go, we got a second pouch. I love Shamans in Purple Lotus. Somebody just came through and killed this entire area. So that's lame. They are really one of my favorite classes. They're so good. So fun to play in retail. I truly, truly love them. I would say my heart is really divided. There's a lot. To debate. There's a third pouch we got. There's a lot to really think about if I really had to rank the classes in terms of how I like to play them, and we've went down that path before, and I'm not going to devote a ton of time to thinking about that right now. But I would say that by far the most fun I have had playing a character in WoW is doing when I was heavily into pushing keys and doing high level keys on Shadowlands, and I think I got to the point where I was never like a top keymaster, like I said at the top of the show. I'm not very good at this game, but I have. There was a point in my life when I was like high 15s, in the 15 to 20 range with keys, tanking. And that was with a Vengeance Demon Hunter. This is a bandit. They just gouged me because they're jerks. And that was some of the most fun that I've ever had. I just really enjoyed the Vengeance Demon Hunter character. Very fun times. I think they're like... Yeah, they're evading almost everything I do. Still somehow getting hurt, but... A little bit high away from my totems. I don't like that. So that's up there. I would say the second most fun I had was playing a Vulpira Restoration Shaman. Such a fun character. I had so much fun running and healing. In retail, I love healing. It is so fun. Okay. So this person wants help, but now unfortunately this is gonna reduce my ability to get water pouches, but whatever, it is what it is. Okay, we're at, you know, I don't want to mess them up, so if they're just there. Okay. So we'll help them a little bit. This priest that wants to do this, whatever. I don't know, it looks like my stuff is outdated. Oh, I need... Alright, so... yeah, I don't know why, but one of the things about that character was... First of all, it's just so, like I was saying, it's so fun to heal and I really like healing. I think it's more fun in retail, to be honest. It's just not as in classic. It's just not as hard. It's not as complicated. Like, it's intense to heal, and maybe I just haven't done it. That's only my 4th. Our kills have went down here. Our drops have went down. I just got gouged. Alright, so... but I probably talked about this before too. I would just be wrecked by, or I would wreck, my DPS would top the charts constantly because of the way they do, like, scaling whatever. They have their wastewater water pouch.
It's too far away.
Like, it was some kind of talent where if you were critting with whatever the fire spells or whatever they were, it would just really blast those. You would really blast your DPS would spike so hard. Okay, I got my 5, but I need, remember, we need 20, so we're really just grinding out. But I did get kicked from 1 or 2 dungeons for that, for being top of the DPS charts. I don't know why, and to this day, I don't understand. Like, I was healing, the team was being kept alive. I do not understand, to this day, what the story is with why I got kicked out of a couple dungeons for doing too much damage as a healer. I truly think it's like pride or something. That's the only thing I could think of. Because it wasn't even like threat mitigation, because the person that had to pay for bad threat mitigation was me. I was the healer. And everybody was easily kept alive. It's because of the scaling, too. They used to have it to where, like, you could go run whatever. You could run level 60 dungeons if you were 12, and it scaled your powers so much that it was, like, extreme. Alright, so I'm basically just walking around killing these bandits, and we're killing a little bit more than we need to kill, just because I'm hoping that we get some water pouches. I don't know what they're doing. I need more water pouches. I need more. What the heck? How come I can't loot them? Alright, we got water pouch 6. There's a chest right there. What are they? 44? They can go for it. I'm telling them that there's a chest in the tent if they want it. I still need something. We each still need some thieves. I'm hoping to get at least 10. I would like to come out with somewhere in the ballpark of 10. We don't really need the bandits. We need the thieves. Okay, we got a couple little packets here. Yeah, he said I'm good, but I know that. I can see on Questy they're not done with the thieves. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and fight a few more. I still need 3 or 4. Like I said, I would like to get a few more... Oh, this is one of these that are like trapped in. Oh, he's got some add-on that's auto-tagging these things. We can't, like, I hate it. You can't really get in there. Oh, I was not able to loot that one. I don't really care, though. I'm gonna kill... I think I'm gonna go ahead and kill until I have about 10. Help this guy get some XP. Dang it, did not get one there. Alright, and then we'll move over there. We still need... There's still a couple thieves over there. Okay, he has all of his thieves. I cannot loot. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like anybody he attacks is automatically getting hit with a skull or something. I can't tell what his mod is trying to set out to do here. But my mana's replenished at an okay level. Probably lay off some of these flame shocks. Oh, and there's a human rogue pulling another bandit from us. And I can't loot that one. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, I'm gonna let them go. I'm leaving the party. I would like to kill... I would like to get 4 more things. Because I think we would have naturally got them. But... unfortunately, we were helping... Not unfortunately that we were helping, but they just, you know, we made their life a little easier, I guess. Okay. Oh, man, we need to raise our unarmed, I guess, because I'm doing 2 damage to that bad boy. Okay, that's number 7. I just want to get a few more. We're going to have to grind it anyway, and also you can think of this as egg grinding. I'm going to need eggs. Oh, boy. We're gonna need eggs. We can get rich. Gold selling eggs. So this is Tough Scorpid Breastplate. We can learn that right now. But I don't want to join the party because it's going to lower my drop rate on my guys. Alright, so what do I need? I still need 3. Alright, go for this. He needs 10 too. So he's farming them also, but yeah, if we're both farming them, it doesn't really. I mean, I guess it behooves us a little bit to help each other out, but I don't want to. I mean, he'll be fine. He or she, Suna. Plus, also, my talking kind of gets a little bit more staggered when I'm trying to pay attention to the communication of, like, somebody in my party. Now, we do need Caliph Scorpidsting, so we can go for that guy if we see him walking around. So maybe since we're here, I'll go ahead and police that pat path. Oh, we do not need those overlinked chain gloves. Apothecary. So, I don't know what they're doing. Are they intentionally attacking that? I don't know. Let's just pull them off. I don't think they were intentionally pulling them. Now this is why you could wait on the Caliph until you do the second half of the Wastewander, because there we go. I think that is our 8th one. We just need 2 more. Doesn't really matter. You can do it before, you can do it after. There he is right there. He is going for the Caliph. So, oh well. Alright, I don't want to get too far down where I'm hunting... where I'm starting to kill, like, void people, because they're a little... I mean, these guys aren't worth XP. I guess there's that. But we would have probably hit our 10 had we done this quest alone, because the drop rate is... I mean, maybe not. It's hard to say. But every kill we get is also another chance at the egg. This is the second egg in the series, the Tanaris egg, and we do need that too. There, by the eggs I'm talking about the Robo Chicken. There we go. That's our 9th one. We just need one more. The Robo Chicken Escort quest line. We did the first one in the Hinterlands. You have to pass a pack of Owlkin. And then some invisible... I'm going to eat that cheddar because these are a little bit low right now. I have those pumpkins I can eat too. And then... yeah, then a pack of invisible wolves. So not too bad. Then when you do in this zone, we've done this on camera once, so I'm not really spoiling it. You have a pretty tricky pack of Scorpid. And then a meh pack of about 4... of these Wastewanders, which are not too bad. So between those two sets, I would say that first initial pack is pretty hard, but the second pack on the Hinterlands can also be hard. So they're about... This one's probably a little bit harder because that first pack where you fight 4 to 5 Scorpids that poison you constantly, that can be tricky. And the Wastewander, because you have to fight 4, also tricky. So this one's probably a little harder. The Feralis is more packs, so it's probably the hardest one. You can sometimes skip, as you can with all of them, you can sometimes skip packs. But there's a pack of Gorillas, there's a pack of... what's the second pack? I can't even remember off the top of my head. There we go. We got the Wastewander water pouch that we need. I'm at 10. Okay. Alright, so now we can go turn this one in. We did not do the Caliph. He's going to have to respawn anyway. That's fine. So we're going to turn in Wastewander water pouch and the repeatable version of it. We're going to bam bam, bang 2 out. Actually, maybe we'll turn in Slake that thirst. Because I'm not 100% sure that water pouches are needed for that. So let's double check that. If they are, then we're going to immediately destroy our power source and pick up a second one if we have to. I don't know. We'll see. But we did learn a leatherworking recipe. We learned a Scorpid leatherworking thing. Tough Scorpid something. So now we have a 14-8. We have a 12-16. I think we learned, what was it? The breastplate. Oh, that's not even, that's a yellow recipe. But I guess if you really wanted to have this tough Scorpid set, I'm building up the resources needed. Alright, so here we go with the first guy. We'll turn in his. Get the 5 Wastewander water pouches we need. If you do, then the Gadgets and Water Company Care Package Model 103XB will be yours.
Excellent! The more water pouches we're able to reclaim, the further away from disaster we'll all be. Keep them coming, and I will be sure to reward you for every 5 water pouches you bring me.
I will do that, thank you, sir. And we got pumpkins and berry juice for that. Okay, so we have now completed Water Pouch Bounty. We've completed that one. Excellent. Looky, looky. And we've opened up the repeatable, but we're going to actually do Slake that thirst. Here we go.
Time is money, friend.
Okay.
Be good.
Well, did the Nomads volunteer up those water pouches for you?
Excellent. The power source is yours. Now, it isn't completely designed for use in a science kit like that, so you'll only have a limited amount of time before all the data you collect will go kablooey. When you collect everything you need for whatever it is you're doing, bring it to me, and I'll shut it down properly. You'll have at most 2 hours to get what you need to get done. If you don't get it done in time, I can always sell you another power source to try again. You heard me. Sell.
Alright, so I don't believe that actually turns on the timer. The way that it works, see another power source.
You didn't get whatever
10, we need 10.
Deed you were doing done in time. No, wait. Better still? You dropped it in the...
Okay, so we need 10 total. This starts a quest, but before we actually do that quest, we need to
Welcome to Tanaris, adventurer.
we need to get the repeatable one. Okay. We're going to save that.
But I know how looks can be deceiving.
Alright. I don't think... Actually, I should have saved that silk, but I'm not going to buy it back. It's not that important. Let me just double check that I don't need silk. I'm pretty sure I just turned in everything. Oh, I still need a mage weave there. Need a mage weave there. So I do still need a couple of my mage weaves. And then I think Ungoro is pretty set. Yeah, we need half of our mage weaves. All right, so now let's. Oh, I forgot to turn in. We just did Slake That Thirst. Slake That Thirst, baby. That one is a horde only. And let's do the Wastewander, Water Bounty, whatever it's called. This Wastewander Justice.
Hey, how you doing? Now, that's what I call efficiency. You've helped thin out the Nomads' numbers enough now that we can start to think about how we can win back those water wells. The Gadgets and Water Company thanks you for your help, but we're far from done in dealing with those foul Nomads. Listen close. Here's what we need next. We need you to take on the stronger ranks of the Wastewander Nomads now. You've done a good job thus far, but if we are to take back those water wells, then it only makes sense to do it against as few Nomads as possible. This time around, we need you to take down their rogues, assassins, and shadow mages. You'll find them east and southeast of here. I'm not going to lie to you. They're a nasty lot. Do this for us, though, and we'll be on our way to taking back what is rightfully ours.
All right, so we completed Wastewander Justice, and we picked up, actually, we should go ahead and copy that, more Wastewander Justice. Okay, and we need to extend our quests some. Okay, so we finished that and picked up that, which is good. So now we are going to continue that. Now we're going to go out and we're going to kill 8 rogues, 6 assassins, and 10 shadow mages. Meanwhile, in that, we need a total of 15 Wastewander water pouches. And so we will be completing for 15. And we're going to work on Caliph Scorpidsting while we're out there. We're going to do all of that. Meanwhile, this is going to be accomplishing more grinding for the egg. And then we'll see where we are, how we are on time. I think we could probably start our first forays into Pirate Land. We're going to be a lot of time killing the pirates over there. The RNG gods will determine exactly how much time. And so far, though, so far so good. So far, we're in pretty good shape. We need a total of 28,000, so we still have an okay amount of XP needed. Oh, no. Stay off of me, you starving blister paw. Nobody wants you. All right, so here we go. We got dudes. There's a rogue. We need those. So let's go ahead and buff up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Drop what I need. Okay, rogues, here's number 1 of 8. Come for the fight. Stay for the fun. Okay, we're going to crush. I mean, we are pretty high. We're level 52 and we're fighting level 41s. That's why it feels like this is... Okay, we got 1 pouch out of 15. Alright, let's go ahead and fight this girl. Pull her out of her little cage so we can be by our totems. I'll take a Shadow Bolt to the face. You're gonna run, you're gonna keep fighting. You're gonna run. Not a shocker there. We did get a Mage Weave, though. We need those. Should have kept my Lightning Shield up more. Live and learn. Alright. Let's see what we got here. There's another Shadow Mage. Let's pull that bad boy. Gotta trigger them. I have to trigger them to cast so that they'll follow me. Well, they're not going to get a chance to follow me if I kill them at that rate. Little Void Walker. They can come next to my totems. To my totes. We do get some XP for them, too. Alright, let's get this Shadow Mage now. Hello, Shadow Mage. How's it going? Come on, buddy. Oh, man, they're already casting. Now they're running. I'm not even going to get to my totems. Alright, this, we're actually going to have to drop a heal. Drop a full-blooded... Actually, you know what? I won't heal. I'm going to eat a buff, a food with a buff, just to build myself up a little bit here. How about... What do we have for some slow-timey buffs? Some old-timey buffs of slowness. Let's do those. How about... No, not Night Wing Suit. That's better straight up for the buff. How about some old-timey buffs? I don't really have a lot of buff food on this account. I'll just eat one of these pumpkins. No buffs needed. Let me have some of your old-timey buffs, please. Alright. There's one more Void Waste, whatever his name is. Those Shadow Mages in there. We did find a little clutch. Just have to be able to tag him, and his Voidwalker's like on top of him. Oh well. I do not want to totem up because I'm going to be moving off this tent like right away. Ow. Glad I resisted that one. I just had to use my War Stomp. I'm like, I cannot sit here. What is he casting on me? Looks like I resisted it. Which is good. This is an expensive... And I didn't even get, like, anything cool from it. Alright, this will only be our second rogue. I guess they're stealthed, so a little bit trickier to find. That's right. Take a whirlwind into the face. Thanks for the water pouch. That's 2 out of 15, and we do have a scroll of protection. So I do have scrolls I could drop as needed. Alright, and we need to start keeping our eye out for the Caliph. That's an important one. Looks like our competition has left the area, and respawns are beginning. Okay. Oh, there's another rogue. Assassins are something that we need. Gotta keep our eye out for those. I don't know exactly. Oh, I guess they spawn up there. Supposedly. I haven't seen any though. I hear. Oh, there he is. I hear these little turds. Okay. Yeah, I bet you there's a mod to like auto. I don't know if there is or not. Something that would like auto apply buffs. I guess you wouldn't really want that though. It's like, what if you're trying to make the decision if you have mana or not? It reminds me of, oh man, I think it's, I'm trying to remember what game it was. There was an old game. I wonder if it's Kingdom Hearts 1? Remember, but you would basically set the AI of your teammates, and you would set like thresholds, and you would have it like, if I fall below 25%, like you could be very specific, and it would be like, if I fall below 25% life, and you have more than whatever, X amount of mana, then you'll cast, you know, Cure on me or whatever. I cannot remember what game that was. But there is a game like that. Alright, so that's what makes me think right now, like, if I could set up kind of like more complicated mod macros. That wouldn't even be a macro, because it's like a script. Like, it's like behavior scripts. Oh, there's the Caliph. Okay. Alright, so for this guy, I do legitimately want to, like, buff up. I don't necessarily need to buff up. But I want to be ready to go because he has 2 invisible people with him. So it's really about to be a 3v1 fight. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drop the totems. Okay. Oh, and it got one of the mobs. Go ahead and hit them all. I do not want him running. Okay, got the main guy. Oops, probably blasted that a little too soon. Same deal, I'm gonna save this. My mana's getting a little low. I'm gonna save this for, try to save my mana for when they try to run. Because I don't want to chase them down. Okay. Did not do what I said I was going to do. I made a business decision. This one I can... Come on. There we go. Alright, that was good though. It gave us, first of all, the head of the Caliph. There you go, we got a water pouch out of it. So we're at 3 water pouches. Eat another pumpkin. Do I want to waste a drink on this? No, I don't. Okay, so that's good. We got the Caliph now. We are sitting at 3 pouches. We need 15 total. So we have to grind out 15, unfortunately. But we are doing well. We need the assassins. We have 5 of our 10 Shadow Mages. We only need 1 more Rogue. We have now the Caliph done, so we really need to be on the hunt for the Assassins. Because if they appear in spots where there are mobs around them, we're going to have to... I guess whatever. Who cares? Because we're going to need to... Oh yeah, okay, that's our 4th. We're up to 4 Wastewander water pouches. Wastewander water... Wait, Cool. And I think that was our 6th Shadow Mage. We need 4 to go. And this will be our last Rogue that we need. Of course, we might fight some. Incidentally. Rexar and Manarok Coven heading towards Feralis. Man, he wanders the world. Manarok Coven, that's Desolate. Yeah, that's where he mostly... I mean, I guess he just wanders Feralis. There we go, we got 5, okay? There's an assassin. There's one of our assassins that we need. And a Shadow Mage. I want to try to pull them separately, since my life is not ideal right now. Okay, go ahead and start dropping some totes. Some scrotes with totes. Come on. Don't make me chase you down. This is gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me, or something like that, right? Alright, I'll pull another assassin. Come here, assassin. Love it. Love getting those juicy crits. So we need only 6 total assassins, thank goodness, because these have been the hardest to find. But we did find a little camp here, because this is our second, there's a third sitting right over there. Okay, let's pull this other one. There's just invisible people near me. And I'm trying to avoid fighting those little rogues that I know are lurking. Right there. Okay, now the mana's off, so it's only for the combat power that I'm pulling. Got him. Alright, let's eat this cheddar that just dropped. How about the cheddar, baby? There's another assassin up there, so we got another little tent full of assassin and shadow mages. I guess it doesn't matter, yeah, I gotta keep reminding myself, it doesn't matter if we pull extras because I still need 10 more water pouches, so the grind is real. The grind is real. We're not going to use the Slake the Thirsting today because that one is going to have us running all over the desert, and it's annoying. It just takes a long time. Like, it's a 2-hour timeline, but it really does take, like, maybe like an hour. That thing's going to start casting on us soon. Yep. Okay. Come on. Alright. We do need these little shadow mages, so that's beneficial. But I'll fight easier ones. I mean, sure, these guys are worth XP, but when it comes down to, like, us grinding out for the water pouches, I'm gonna fight easier ones than these guys. Look, this shadow mage just stayed in melee range the whole time. Oh, didn't give it to me. Still only at 5 pouches. 5 pouchy poos. Okay, we need 8. Okay, just keep eating up these pumpkins. We need 2 more shadow mages. Oh, I hear a ret paladin? What? What? Eternal Legends. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get this mage. Shadow mage. I'm basically the ret paladin. Oh my gosh, look at that. That was a juicy hit. Juicy. It was like 1,000 damage. Alright, bracers. We already have that recipe for the bracers. Alright, we only need 1 more void mage, and there is one right there. And then I need a couple more assassins. Oh, I just pulled someone extra. I don't even have someone to pull to. I'm I dropped my own totems here. Actually, I should have dropped mana first, since I'm going to be moving out of this spot in a sec. Stupid Voidwalker minions. Oh, this is an assassin. Perfect. So that's great. It's one of the 2 assassins I needed. Looking for more on the quest, luck be with you. I don't think I've actually heard of that quest. Alright. We just did that. We still need 1 more assassin. So that's what we're on now. Meanwhile, we need a butt-ton, 10 more Wastewander pouches. Boo. Luck be a lady tonight. Okay, what do we got here? Where can I find assassins? What's this? Oh, this is the elemental. I don't know. I guess that's almost like a meme spec, which I hate the idea of. Every spec should be viable, but in Classic, it's not. There's an assassin. I've always hated that, like, where some specs are just basically not viable. So what does it do? Reduces the cost of your shock, lightning bolt, and chain lightning. What shock? Like all shocks? That's the case, then that is great. By 2%, so ultimately by 10%, right? So a 10%, that's for all offensive magic, that's like a 10%. Now we're good. We have all of those guys. We have everything we need now, we just need the 10 pouches. If you go concussion, increases the damage done by your lightning bolt, chain lightning. So basically, that's your damage increase. So you can have up to a 5% increase to your damage on your spells and a 10% reduction in mana costs. Those seem pretty stinking solid. Leggings. I already have the leggings too. Man, this whole set soon. I'm just gonna grind. I'm just reading these as research. It's something that just piqued my interest. All right, Earth's Grasp increases the health of your Stoneclaw totem, just like your weird taunt totem, and the radius of your Earthbind totem. So that's good if you want to do stance dancing, which goes against what Elemental want to do. So I'm gonna vote not a useful talent. Now, maybe this is good if you can just get 5 points and build your way into that. As an enhancement, if you wanted to be kind of a hybrid, you could reduce the mana costs of your shocks as part of it or whatever. That's probably what I would do if I was going to go that path. Elemental Warding, okay, Fire, Frost, and Nature damage reduction, ultimately a 20. Look, someone killed the Caliph but left the rogues. Ultimately a 20-point damage reduction. That's pretty solid. But you don't need that, ever. That's the problem. Unless you were going to be like a tank, you wouldn't need that. So, I'm going to have to vote not worth it based on your roll, but like if a tank could have that or whatever, that's amazing. Call of Flame increases the damage done by your fire totems by 5%. That's okay. That's going to help with your AoE. That helps with overall damage. And by 5%, that's ultimately going to be a a 15 point. Same thing with the wording. That's going to be a 12 point. There we go. We finally got our 7th pouch. Okay. But ultimately, you're probably picking those two and maybe the Call of Flame. Eternal Focus. That's a clear casting state thing. Which, that's cool. I don't have that on this spec. I wish I did. My other two, my Mage, there's 8. My Mage has some sort of clear casting, and so does my Druid. So you get kind of spoiled. I don't have that as my Paladin. Or, on her, it would be kind of cool to get it. Reverberation reduces the cooldown of your shock spells by ultimately 1 second. So that's okay. Feels like a little bit much to spend 5 points on that, but it's not terrible. Call of Thunder increases the crit of your lightning. Okay, so if you are going to focus on... I'm not going to even kill this Voidwalker guy. That's 2... You're basically killing 2 mobs for a chance at 1 water pouch. Nope, no thank you. But yeah, I could see that. So I would see dumping 10 points in there. And then I guess 5 points into Call of Thunder, because you're probably going this lightning route. And then improved fire totems reduces the delay, so you can explode them more often. And decreases the threat by your magma totem because you don't want threat. Okay, that makes sense. It's okay. For 2 points. Eye of the Storm, 33% chance to get focused. For 6 seconds after being the victim of a crit. Okay, now this drops it. The focus casting prevents you from losing... Yeah, that is okay for soloing. It's terrible for group composition, so I can see how That would never be picked. Elemental Devastation. Your offensive crits will increase your chance to get a crit with melee. That's actually really cool, but you're not going to be caring about melee if you're going full elemental. Hybrid specs don't work in the meta of Classic era, so that's trash, so that would never be picked. So at this point, I guess you'd go back now, because those two are bad. Nope, I don't want that. So I guess you'd go with maybe the Call of... The cooldown of your shock. That's probably a decent one at that point. Get rid of those. Then Storm Reach increases the range of your Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning. Probably, that's a good one. Elemental Fury increases the crit of your fire totems. Everything, basically. Increases your crit across the board. So you definitely want that. Your crit damage bonus. But it doubles it. So that's great. Okay, 9 pouches, 6 to go. As we grind out the pouches. We're just working our way back up there where I'm gonna fight more of these guys. And then yeah, I guess that, and then that just leaves you with 2 more points. So then at that point, you could either go with that 2-point delay, or oh, you would need 1 for elemental focus whenever the clear casting. You definitely would have that. So that means a 1 point somewhere. I don't even know what you'd pick for the 1 point. Maybe this. You could go either way. Maybe Eye of the Storm. Maybe improved fire totems. Because then, yeah, you're definitely going 5 points of Lightning Mastery to reduce the cast time. And then a point of Elemental to get yourself up there. Which is... with an instant 3-minute cooldown. Makes your next thing automatically crit and free. That's pretty cool. So you get to cast like 1 mega spell. Pretty dope. Why are there shadow mages up here? What is going on with this place? Okay. Well, I mounted up, but now I already see a fight. But yeah, this is trash. I thought there would be like some good fighting, but it's shadow mage. I can get shadow mages down there. Alright, so I can see some of the ideas, but it definitely feels like, considering who wants to be sitting around... There you go, that's our 10th one. Who wants to be sitting around casting Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning as your main moves constantly, when mana is such an issue for these guys. Costs so much mana to cast these spells. And there's other things that just do it so much better. That's the problem. Is you do that, and then you're like, well, you're just like a worse mage. That's why they're not... It's not a terrible idea. You'd get to buff yourself up with your totems. But yeah, it's not... What are you bringing to the party? Well, you can res and heal. Mages can't do that, and I think that's the problem. They're like, well, you can heal, and you can be really good at melee. So... they make them weaker at these other things to compensate, but really what that ends up doing is pigeonholes the characters to where, man, it's just all freaking shadow mages. That's all that's left. It's just a big clutch of shadow mages. I'm gonna have to start fighting them. Aim.
It's too far away.
And then because enhancement kind of gives you this, it's a dwarf warrior. No, he's the guild master of Here I Go Again. Alright, there you go. We got an 11th one. We're down to needing 4. Here I go again. Oh, this is like the second time in the past couple weeks where I've referenced DMX. It might be because of that guild. There we go. Boom, that's number 12. We are down to needing 3. Here I go again. So I'll let you guys know how it goes, but I have been co-opted into watching the Minecraft movie. Today I'm going to the movie theater, take my escorting a group of 14-year-old boys to go watch the Minecraft movie. I have been the designated parent in this situation. So that's my plans for later on in the evening. I have work to do. After this episode, I'll do some work. Fun. And then my weekend will have more work tomorrow. When they said Sunday should be a day of rest, they didn't include government employees like myself. The few of us still employed. We shall see what we shall see. Every single week it's like, am I next? Maybe. I know I will not be next, like, in the immediate short term, because there's too much work to do in the next month. But talk to me in a month or two. I'm going to eat one of these grackle cakes because my life is low, and so is my mana. And boom, it just tops it right off. Plus, really, it's because I'm starting to take up, they take up inventory slots. Take out Earthshock to the face, stupid Shadow Mage. Stupid. Ooh, a steel lockbox. I don't think I have any keys or anything, but that's cool. Alright, we need 3 water pouches. Oh, here's a solid chest. Why not open it? Oh, and there's a... Oh, this guy doesn't want me taking his chest. Come on, rogue. Rogues don't care about treasure. Oh yeah, that makes me think of my 3rd class. So, I really do... I just like playing Shaman in retail. I like it, period. It's very fun. I like all of the utility. I like the totems. I like the variety. I like how, especially in retail... There you go. There was another one. We're down to needing 2 water pouches. Just fun. Okay, we got ourselves some potions, some more pumpkins, and a little bit of cloth. The truffles or whatever, they're equivalent to the pumpkins, and a few healing potions, which I did not have any. Well, I have better ones than that, actually, is what it's all about. Oh, come on. Come here, fight me. Just fight me. I think once we get these last 2, I'll take us over to set us up to be ready to do pirates, but that might be where I stop it today. Just because the next part is going to be really grindy, where we grind out pirates for a while. And it might be... This just kind of feels like a nice stopping point for our experience. Once I turn this in. I like fighting these melee ones better. Just easier to handle. I hope she should be able to get more and more male. It's just easy because we're fighting such a low level mobs right now too. Makes the game quite easy. Yikes. Back in my totems. I feel them. They're titillating my body. Thank you, totems. Ooh. I like the feel of the grace of air and the stone skin combining. There's just such a nice mixture of air and rock. Even though they're opposites on the elemental spectrum, I don't want to fight a bunch of shadow mages. They're so annoying. Come on. We only need 2 more. Dag it. Dag it. As every human says. Dag it. I must understand human language. Come here, humans. Come to the cow woman. So you can tell now, my brain is deteriorating from mindlessly killing these guys over and over. Kiss my hoofs. Come here. I got a mouthful of hoof for you. Come on. Come on, you little turkeys. Alright, but we are making good progress on this. I hope. I mean, this past week was really slammed for me. I've been having to do so much work from home on top of my normal hours of work. That I just haven't had time to... There you go, there's one. There's the Caliph again. Yikes, I gotta get my totems out of his path. Okay, I gotta be smart about putting him down over here instead. See, I had to reset them here to pull them out of his path, or he would have aggroed on my totems and then chain aggroed onto me. So, that was a strategic decision on my part. I guess since I have all these totems down here now, I'll fight stupid Shadow Mage. Just murdered him. There we go. We got the last water pouch that we needed. Oh, and now I've double aggroed all these guys. Okay, let's get serious here. Let's kill this guy. Dang it, I didn't get him in time, I don't think. Yikes. Let's see what we can do. Okay, it's getting pretty close here, and I'm hit with that immolation that is hurting me. It's hurting my feelings. Okay, I can get pop some other heals off. I could go for the Voidwalker, but I feel like I'll kill him as fast as I'll kill the Rogue, and the Rogue's doing more damage. But I was able to take out those stupid, whatever they're called, Shadow Mages, because those ones would have peppered me with Shadow Bolts until I died. There you go. So now I don't have to worry because the Voidwalker's DPS is pathetic. It's annoying. It's in your face. It will slowly wear you down. But they're not going to beat you in a 1v1. Alright, here we go. So, we have a few things we can do. We can turn in more. We can turn in, I don't know what we got. Okay, we can turn in more Wastewander Justice. We can turn in Wanted Caliph Scorpidsting. We can turn in the repeatable Water Bounty quest. And we can drop and destroy our power source to do the repeatable Another Power Source quest. Bam, bam, bam. We're now completely done with the Wastewander aspect of this zone. And we will move ourselves over to Pirate Land, or whatever. I'll save that for next time. But Pirate, I'll just put us in the inn. And tomorrow we'll start questing down in Pirate Land, grinding that out, and seeing what we get. Will we get lucky? We have yet to have an egg drop. That might happen. We have yet to, of course, we still have to hope that we get the Footlocker drops that drop us our quests and maps and all those good things. We've got to clear out our inventory just a little bit. Okay, so first up, let's go do this guy.
What's up?
With 1 water pouch bounty repeatable. Back again, Gleek and Soul. If you have 5 more Wastewander water pouches, then I have a care package with your name on it.
Excellent. The more water pouches we are able to reclaim, the further away from disaster we'll all be. Keep them coming, and I will be sure to reward you for every 5 water pouches.
So you get 4 gadgets in, rep. Yuck. And you get a care package. And we got a little bit of XP. The care package had more juices and potions and pumpkins. But that's the only time we're going to do it unless we just organically get the water pouches, like they just come to us from fighting. We happen to get 5. Okay, that's a pickup turn in right there. Bam, bam.
What's up?
Top-notch work, adventurer.
Thanks.
Top-notch. You've thinned down the nomad population to a point where we can actually take the fight to them. If you haven't already, talk to Spigot operator Luglunket here. He gives a bounty on any of the Wastewander water pouches you may have run across while bringing those nomads to justice.
Okay. We will do that. More Wastewander Justice. Sweet. So we have defeated we've beaten the top of the, like, key here. The top of the quest walkthrough and the Caliph Scorpidsting. Yes, Shaman, I'm an official of the Gadgets and Water Company. What can I assist you with?
Finally, justice is served.
It's gold.
You have struck a mighty blow against these vile nomads. With Scorpidsting's demise, this might be just the thing to finally push those squatters off of Gadgetson's water wells. By the authority of the Gadgets and Water Company, I gladly award you with this bounty. You've done a great service for us all.
Keep it real.
Thanks. Okay, so that is the Caliph Scorpidsting. Got that one done. That's actually, it looks like the harder of the 2 bounties.
Let me guess. You didn't get whatever world-ending nefarious deed you were doing done in time. No, wait. Better still? You dropped it in the sand. Well, whatever the reason, I do have additional power sources I will sell to you. This time, however, it will cost you 10 Wastewander water pouches. Times are tough all around, adventurer, and power sources don't grow on trees. But what if they did? Maybe we could make a power source tree.
Okay.
Be good.
Well, have you got the 10 water pouches?
Very well. Here is another power source. I highly recommend you using it properly this time, unless you are eager to spend 10 more water pouches for another water source.
Okay, we cannot pick it up because we already have one, so I have to destroy that one first. And then that means when we do that quest, we got to beat it in one go.
Very well. Here is another power source.
And that's a repeatable one. All right, so we have the power source. Cool. So that one is turned in. Another power source? What? Are you kidding me? All right, so next time when we play, we're going to begin the pirating. So we have Andre Firebeard, we have South Seas Shakedown, we have Pirate Hats Ahoy. That is what we're going to turn our attention to on the next one. I do not want to start that quest, the Tanaris Field Sampling, yet, because it, like the guy said, it will put us on a 2-hour timer. And we'll be running all around the desert doing it. So the guy's name is Blue
Bean.
Bean.
How can I be of service to you today? You don't look like a blacksmith to me, but I know how looks can be deceiving.
We have 1 extra pouch. There's not a lot that I really oh, we can sell these extra scorpion things. I'm actually gonna keep my food because I've been actually eating it, and I'm gonna use that while I'm out there. But we can always trash food if we have to. All right, cool. I'm going to sit in the end. This has been great. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. Thank you all. We made great progress today. We finished the eggs. That's the most important thing in this zone. We did all of the Wastewander quest line on top of it. And so next time we're going to start, it'll be pirate focused next time, and we're going to hope and see how the RNG, how it all shakes down. Will we get any of the footlockers that we need? Maybe we'll even get the egg we need. So thank you everyone so much for watching, listening, and tuning in. And I look forward to seeing all of you next time on Lore of Warcraft.